We are in my client's home in the Moore Park neighborhood in Toronto. It's an old home. It's over 100 years old with a newer addition from about 20 years ago. And we decorated and we redid their kitchen. The vibe of the house was very cozy. I'd say almost like a home for winter, in the sense of there were really dark red walls and a lot of homey furniture. So very warm and a lot of character, but a bit on the dark side. They really wanted something lighter and brighter. They knew they wanted white walls for a big change. So that was our starting point, and then we went from there. In the living room, they wanted seating for at least 10 people. They have a large family and they like to entertain. So what we did was we created 2 seating zones with sofa and a love seat. You can have everyone in there all together or a smaller conversation as well. Our clients knew that they wanted to keep their rug, which was an heirloom piece, so that was our starting point. It was a bit small for the space, so we layered a jute and wool rug underneath it. And then we pulled out some color and some texture. So pink for the love seat and a beautiful rusty red in the pillows and some shades of blue and blue-green as well. The fireplace had a red brick facade. It wouldn't have worked with the white that we were doing, so we gave it a coat of white paint and we changed the hearth to a marble. We also added a pedestal table. It's the first thing you see right when you come in the entryway, and it's also nice if there are a lot of people over. It's a spot to have maybe a quieter conversation, set a drink down. In the entryway, we changed out the table that was there for a console with some storage, which is really helpful for busy mornings. And we added a new light and just some decorative elements to make it really welcoming. The kitchen before had granite countertops with a bit of an orange tone alongside cabinets that had a very 90s look in terms of the wood stain, and there were a lot of angles. The idea for the kitchen happened quickly. I brought a few magazines to our design meeting and we flipped through, and they were drawn to bright white spaces with warm wood accents and brass. So we had our starting point right from the get-go. And they were all house and home. They actually were. One of the things people notice first is the beautiful quartzite stone countertop and backsplash that we used. This was the first piece that we found for the kitchen in terms of a design element. We knew we couldn't do a fully open kitchen in terms of cabinets because we needed the storage space for our clients. We were, however, able to add a small display ledge for a few beautiful items and give the open look to the space. We wanted the kitchen to look like it belonged in this older home, so we went with a very simple shaker-style cabinet and brass knobs and handles. And then we modernized things with the hood, for example, with a bit more of a modern curved design. One thing on our client's wish list was to get rid of the bulkheads, but it didn't make sense in terms of timing and budget. So we came up with the next best thing, which was to make them look purposeful. So we clad them in a barn board material. This is another favorite when people come over. Most people don't know that they're faux. They look real, they look like they've been here forever, and they really warm up the white kitchen. On the window wall, we added tile to give some interest instead of it just being drywall. It's glossy, so it has a really nice reflective look. The faucet is tall and beautiful and brass. It's really the showpiece of the kitchen. And we also added a beautiful vintage rug. We didn't do a lot to the dining room. Our clients kept their dining set. We changed out the light to make it a bit more modern. We swapped out the rug, give it a little bit of lightness, and we also added textured wall covering just for a little something, and some candle sconces for evening dinners. One other thing we did was we removed the doors from the dining room leading into the family room. It just opened up the space and gave it some more breathing room. In the back, this room wasn't red, it was beige, but we brought that white paint all the way throughout. It makes the room feel so much bigger. They have these beautiful windows out to a gorgeous backyard, and we lightened up the room. Our clients had recently reupholstered their sofa, so that we knew was staying. We built around that. So from the curves, we kept that going in the coffee table, the chairs. It's close to the kitchen, so we wanted pieces that could be easily moved around, and then we added interest with some texture in the rug, the beautiful boucle of the chairs. Everything just blends together well. On the wall beside the fireplace, we added a tall open bookshelf. Our clients really wanted somewhere to be able to display personal items. A good thing to know about styling a bookshelf is to not overcrowd it and have only 1 or 2 vignettes per shelf. One last finishing touch in this room is the use of brass. So we have that in the bookshelf in a more antique finish, and then a little bit more of a modern finish in the base of the table lamps, as well as the floor lamp. For the fireplace, we didn't change it out. We just painted it black and we retiled the face. We chose a chevron marble tile. It just adds some texture and brightness. Our clients are very happy with their space. I know they like to entertain a lot, have family and friends over, so they're getting a lot of use out of it, and they always pass along compliments to me and our team whenever I see them, which is very generous of them. I barely remember what it was like before. It's just such a big transformation, but it also looks so purposeful, like it's always been here. I think it looks great, and I'm happy it's working for them.